bullseye.
What's up guys, it's Cyan, and today I have for you two really epic battles that, even though they are battle replays because I wasn't recording at the time because I had no idea how epic they would turn out to be, they were just such great battles. They had huge mass routes that I really wanted to upload them anyways, and so did my allies, so I went ahead and decided to make this video. So as you can see in this battle, it's me with Eli and Speedstar, and as you can see we have three factions here, and before anyone accuses me in the comments, yes, it is kind of OP having Rome and Greece and Germania. It's kind of an OP combination, very effective, but OP if used right, and you'll kind of see that here, but still, it was fun, and it doesn't matter, it's all good fun. So, as you can see here, we're starting to range ourselves and all, and then also over here, this is just something I was messing around with the other day, and I forgot, actually when I started the battle I was wondering what he had done. Then I realized that a while ago I reskinned these things and forgot about him. Decided to keep him that way, and then I forgot about him, so yeah, these happened. They're just incendiary pigs, but I reskinned them with the camel cataphract skin. As you can see, this is kind of terrifying, really. There they go. Anyways, go ahead and jump at the triple speed some. And then the next battle is going to be a 3 versus 3 Rome battle with, again, excellent cab charges and mass routing. And this one obviously has a lot of mass routing because any battle with Germania has to have mass routing, because either Germania routes to the opposing army in a mass route or Germania routes in a mass route. So, yep, it's bound to happen some way. So anyways, at this point I told Eli to go ahead and bring his archers up and start firing to encourage them to start moving forward, because I wanted them to be making the first move so that we could then make our move. And I was also outlining the plan here was for Eli to run to the right and just phalanx rush Gojira here. Oh yeah, and our opponents are Gojira, Serena of the HOL clan and Conan of BH clan. And I was going ahead and telling Eli to pike phalanx rush Gojira over here, Speedstar to just form a line here to stop the pikes in this Rome. Then I was going to crash into the frontally engaged urbans here. And it goes perfectly to as planned, as you can see a little bit. So we start moving forward a little bit. I don't think we rush just yet. No, we do. Okay. So here I gave the command. And you can see Eli does an excellent phalanx rush right into the front of the Romans. Actually, what he was doing there, if he had put those guys in Testudo, it might have been good for him. Could have stopped some of the Spartans, but anyways, so they get engaged in the front, and Speedstar comes up on the side, and they're a bit slow to react over here before they realize what's happening. And I just charge in with all of my axemen over here. Massive charge. He starts to get a counter charge with his cav, and he almost starts routing me, but I just barely get my cav in time. I'll go ahead and slow this down for the action. Get a mass route on his cav here. Start rounding his flank and get my berserkers in as well. Eli's still pushing through with these pikes. And I'm just going to carry this route through all of the Scipii infantry over here. Speedstar brings over his cav to charge as well in response to Conan bringing his, which is good. Always mirror your opponent's cav in a game. So I pull my cav out. He starts to charge into my infantry again, turn my cav around and do another charge, and again just keep on carrying that route. The morale effect is extremely deadly, it's awesome. So, keep on routing them, and then here again we just, this entire army of healthy urbans that are all fresh or warmed up, we just kill them all. So, I think actually something that changed how easily they routed a lot. He started to run back and then went into Testudo, and so their backs are actually facing all my men. This massive charge from all the cavalry, all the axemen, that actually changes it a lot. It would have lasted a good bit longer with all these fresh urbans, because they turned away and went into Testudo. It made a huge difference for their morale. So you can see that one routed with almost no casualties. We just carry it through all of them. Again, just kind of going crazy over here with all the infantry. At this point, we don't even need the infantry because there's so many units routing. The morale effect is just so deadly that everything just routs. Infantry is just running around back there doing nothing really, and just the cav. Our cav is just pushing through and routing everything because of this morale effect of all the routing guys. Then again, Speedstar's infantry never even really got engaged. It fought a few Carthaginian pikes, and that was all. So again, Germania is deadly and very effective in a battle like this. And so here comes final rout. These berserkers doing their work on the Romans.
Attack and drive them back in the same way.
That's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and put it to triple speed. And a lot of units came back because, yeah, they routed when they were nearly completely healthy. Like, there's still 80 men in this unit, and it came back from routing. And it routs again. I guess quite a few get killed in this one before it routs, because by now, all the routing infantry are a good bit of ways, but still, just overwhelming numbers at this point to make them rout quickly. And, oh, as you can see here, the massive charge of the incendiary pigs. The urbans. Who's going to win? Pretty sure the pigs will win here. These pigs are OP. They aren't actually pigs, they're like camel slug things. I don't even know. It's just great to watch them. So anyways, they all rout. And that's game. So as you can see here, the kills, Germania got pretty much all the kills, and they had lots of men left too because it was all just routing. As you can see, there are tons of men over there. Germania got all the kills. Speedstar got a good number of kills, a lot of which were probably those pigs, but so anyways, good game to our opponents, and I'll show you the next battle. What's up, guys? So this is the second battle. Again, I told you before it was a 3 versus 3 Rome battle, and so it was hosted on a kind of hilly map too. So as you can see here, this team is shamelessly using the hill to their advantage. But so anyways, my team is myself, Speedstar, and Mystique of the BH clan. And then the opposing team is Hades of the Titans clan, Cormac of the BH clan, and Cal of the BH clan. So as you can see here, they're kind of situated on the hill. Our army compositions are all standard 31k except for Mystique, who brought supporting army with Rome, which, well, the way Mystique uses it, it's a supporting army, which is, I really like Mystique with this army. Most other players, I do not like being on their team when they don't bring 6 cav, but Mystique does a very good job of supporting with infantry in a way that really helps it out. So Mystique has a lot of infantry and just 2 cav. She's running around over here right now. So anyways, we approach. Me and Speedstar have similarly long formations. Mystique has, again, a similar formation, but then all these extra infantry back here that she usually uses to support other players. So I move forward trying to get an angle, and as you can see here, again, there's a pretty decently big hill, and so I don't want to engage on this hill, but they won't come off of it, and so don't give us too much of a choice. Because we were waiting down there for a bit, they didn't move, so we just decided to say, whatever, we'll do it. So, anyways, I'll stay still and let it run at double speed for a bit, so we'll move on faster. The first engagement's starting over here with Mystique and Hades, and they just having a bit of a Pila fight there. Starting to bring my cav out to the side, but I see he brings his infantry out to the side. I was hoping to bait his cav into a fight and support with my infantry, but he has a large infantry force to counter that. And so since he split his army, I go ahead and turn part of my army to face that. Again, still trying to bait his cav out so I can kill it before the battle even starts. And then Mystique is moving men up, loses 1 unit, but that's all part of the Pila fight. So anyways, I'll go ahead and stay still again. I wish it would stay double speed while I was moving, but So again, more Pila fight over there, which is happening over here. Speedstar shifts up a bit closer, a bit to the right again. He brings his army back as one, so I do the same here. And the engagement first starts over here, and it all kind of ends up happening over on this side. So again, some all loose formation units getting some nice P-less shots off on these tight formations. Again, not much happening over there, still just maneuvering around trying to get an angle on each other. Yes, they are attacking you. And I forget where the next engagement happens. It's definitely not on my side. I don't engage over here at all because of this hill. I know that anything I do will pretty much end up in disaster, so I'm just playing defensively and waiting for them to engage down here so that I can support, because this is, while it's still a bit to their advantage hill, it is much more even than something like this, which is a huge advantage to Scipii infantry here. And so here they do a cav, a small cav charge, and I'm going to see that and move my cav over, because pretty much when the cav starts charging, you know it's about to start getting into a more serious battle. So I bring my cav over to support in whatever happens down here. But I don't charge yet because I want to form up my cav and make sure these are only 2 units. I want to make sure I get the counter charge on all their cav. So I charge 1 unit in to try to chase that cav and also bait their cav into charging, which I believe works. Mystique also charges her 2 cav, but it's mostly a fake charge she pulls out when she sees them. We get a very nicely timed counter charge here. All of our cav at once. I'll go ahead and put it into normal speed. And so perfect counter charge by me and speed. We route all of this cav, and this counter charge by Cal, I think it was, yes, Cal to support comes in too late. We've already routed their cav, and their cav just gets caught in the mass route. So it's epic mass route there by speed and me, and Mystique is going ahead and throwing her infantry in to support, or just putting them there to support morally, largely, and she uses them to good effect later. Because again, that was 6 cav versus 18, so a lot of them came back from routing, but just morale effect got so many kills off. These cav weren't even needed. So we pull our cav out there, and we start rushing all our infantry in. I ran a few infantry over here to support earlier. As you can see, there's one of my units, I think. There's another one. I have a few infantry sped throughout here, but most of mine is still over here. He's bringing in a lot, so I believe I run these guys over to support as well. Speedstar's entire army is starting to go in now. Mystique is holding a lot of reserves, which comes in use later. So I run all of these infantry in to help out Speedstar here. And these infantry I'm going to split up, I believe, some over here and some over there. So Mystique again has all these infantry in reserve, save for later on in the battle once ours gets tired. Does a nice charge there actually versus Speedstar's infantry. It only routes 1 unit, and I get some infantry in to support and help stop that route. Another unit routes there, but at this point I see what's happening over here. I realize that while there's still a lot happening over here, they have enough cav with Speedstar's cav that I want to save this flank from crumbling and letting them cave in on our flank. So they've got that side handled, and I start pushing harder with my infantry. Actually, never mind. That's later that I do that. I see them doing a massive cav charge, and again, we do a nicely timed counter charge and get their cav routing. This cav comes in too late, and they get caught in the mass route. I start engaging with these infantry at the same time. And this is when Mystique uses the infantry very well, supporting morally, just standing there, and also others engaging. Great use of the infantry there by Mystique. It supports very well. Speedstar had a nice counter charge there too, nicely timed, because mine was a little late because my cav was over here, but he got the initial countercharge timed very well so that it was able to hold long enough for mine to come in and finish it off. At this point I see that this flank is pretty open to a cav charge, and while this flank is starting to crumble, I see that I can save this flank, and so while this flank is weak, if it does win and crumbles, caves around, if I win this flank, then it'll be a much stronger force to bring in on their flank. And so he tries to run the infantry back to keep it from getting killed, which is a pretty good move. It does make me take a bit longer, but I still get it. I keep on chasing with the infantry and still catch them, and so he's forced to turn in fight again. Then I don't actually charge, I do a fake run up to kind of make him scared, and then I run in the rest of my cav over here, get a nice charge. Again, lots of charging and infantry going on over there, and I start routing them. And then as they charge these cav in, I'm going to charge all of my cav as well. And Mystique again supporting well with those infantry, flanking those cav and stopping them, getting some cav around, and that routes this flank entirely. And Mystique is again going to pull a nice move, pull these cav through there and come around on this flank. And Speedstar is doing a very good job of holding out on this flank, because we did kind of leave him to face a lot of infantry. Even though we got rid of most of the cavalry, there was still a lot of infantry over here, so we kind of put a lot on him there. But now I come crashing in with this huge force to just crash down this entire flank. They do rout this area. Speedstar again held out very long and very well. But so I go ahead and crash in, try to just carry this route all the way down the line. And it works for the most part. There is again a lot of Scipii infantry still down here. So I'm going to pull out my cav here to save it for more charges and get my infantry on those guys. Mystique has a nice charge here that I believe starts to mass rout these guys. Or no, never mind, they got bugged and stopped. I get cut. I was going to do a finishing charge there, but got caught on some cav there. But at this point they all start to rout between all the infantry I have charging and the cavalry. And then, not really a necessary charge by me at this point, they're all routing. But I charge in anyways because I want the kills. So, anyways, very good game to our opponents. It was well played, and very good game to Speedstar and Mystique. Speedstar and me had great, perfectly timed counter charges to all their charges, and Mystique supported excellently with the few cav she had and the infantry. And so it was a very well played game all around. And so I'll show you the result screen in a second. Go ahead and triple speed to it.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battle.
And there we go. So as you can see, Mystique, again, she played a supporting role, so can't be expected to get as many kills. And Speedstar got 10 more kills than me. I had a whole lot of infantry left, but again, that's because I was more on the flank. Speedstar was where all the action was happening. His infantry were in the thick of it, so a lot more of his got killed. So anyways, good game to our opponents, and thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and subscribe down below.